Hey, I'm Steve from Within the Ruins, and this is Brutal Planet.
Hello, this is Ron Bumblefoot Thal of Sons of Apollo, and welcome to Brutal Planet Magazine.
This is Mike Howe from Metal Church, and welcome to Brutal Planet.
This is Livia Graham from Livescene, and welcome to Brutal Planet Magazine.
This is Hulk Hoffman of Video. Welcome to Brutal Planet Magazine.
Hey, this is JT from Syra, and welcome to Brutal Planet Magazine.
Hey, this is Nick Reese from Joyous Wolf, and this is Brutal Planet Magazine.
We are Thunder Mother, and welcome to Brutal Planet Magazine.
Tom Banglund here. Just want to welcome you guys to Brutal Planet Magazine.
Kevin from the Heavy Metal Shop. Welcome to Brutal Planet. Hello, Metalheads. My name is Patrick Johansson, known from Lions Hair and Outdoors. Welcome to Brutal Planet Magazine.
All right. Greetings, Brutal Planet. Eric and I are live with you today with Anders Engberg from the band Sorcerer. Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Did you recognize a lot of some of those guys from the?
Yeah, sure.
That's all Eric's work, most of it.
Patrick, the singer, he sings in my old band, Lion Share.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What time is it in Sweden right now?
Not right now. It's 11:30 p.m.
Okay.
So it's almost bedtime. No, I'm just kidding. It's Friday night, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time today or tonight.
No problem.
Eric.
You got any wine or anything?
No, I'm having a scotch.
Ah, nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
He's a man, Eric.
Yeah. Well,
I don't mind a glass of wine or so, or a beer or whatever.
No, I like wine.
I'm not a full-time musician, so I've been working all week. So coming home and do, I've done a couple of interviews before this one, and just simmering down, taking it easy. Yeah,
we can relate to that.
Are we your last for the day?
Excuse me?
Are we the last for the day?
Yes, hopefully, yes. No, I know you are. You're the last. The schedule is usually planned like this. The last one goes on 11:30, so that's okay.
Yeah,
it's a good thing. It's for a good cause.
Oh yeah, it's for a very good cause.
Of course.
So the new album, Reign of the Reaper, man. We both had a chance to listen to it, and damn, it's a good album, man.
Thank you very much.
Epic.
We like it too.
Yeah. I mean, I've followed you guys for quite a long time, but and you and I have talked a couple of times before, and I loved Lamenting of the Innocent, and I loved the covers that you guys did during the COVID stuff, but this album, man, it's so intense.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think we kind of, where we came from, in the beginning, in the late 80s, early 90s, we were pretty, focused on doing the traditional doom stuff. You can see it even in our logo, we use the same old English like Candlemass did, and they were our heroes. I actually played in one of my first bands. I actually played with Johan Lundqvist, the original singer and singer now in Candlemass. I played with his kid brother. His kid brother played guitar in my first band, actually. So I know Johan from way back.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I guess you guys are kind of pigeonholed as doom, but I don't. I mean, I kind of see the relationship, but I kind of consider you more than just doom. I see a lot. Obviously, I hear the Black Sabbath, but I also hear a lot of other things that aren't even doom.
Yeah, sure. I mean, people like to put bands and music in genres or in different spots. And I think it's good. It's good to know that you drink a tap beer or an IPA beer or whatever. So you get the bearings right.
Yeah.
But I think we're not really we've never been really stuck in that doom genre, really, from when we reunited, and from the In Shadow of the Inverted Cross album, we had one leg on that side of the river, so to speak, but the other leg was over on heavy metal, and
yeah,
I think through the three and now the fourth album, I think we've it took a leap over almost. We have our roots back there, and there are some really heavy songs on this album too, but we do other stuff as well, which I think it's a natural progression for us, really. So yeah,
I think for me, like I heard, like on the Lamenting of the Innocent, I really could hear a lot of kind of Alice in Chainsy almost sound to some of the guitar and stuff, which was really cool. But this album, like guitar wise, it kind of goes back to, I hear a lot of like almost Yngwie Malmsteen kind of guitar solos.
Very metal, Iron Maiden.
Yeah. I think that's true. I mean, I don't write the actual music, but I can hear. I have ears, so I can hear also.
Yeah.
But I think we've changed some members during the years, but the ones that have been along for the whole run is Peter Holmgren and Christian Niemann, and those guys are the main music writers. Even though Johnny Hagel, the original founder, is with us, he's like a shadow member, musical director kind of. So he writes a couple of comes with ideas and but I think that after all these years, but after these years that we've put out now, the fourth album comes out in 8 years, in an 8-year span. I think that we've, matured as a band a little bit, and also, know what we want to do. I think, I think it's a natural progression. If you listen to the albums, I think you understand what I mean. I mean, Lamenting of the Innocent was a little bit more progressive in a sense, It
was.
Some songs have many different parts. It's not like Dream Theater progressive in that manner, but the songs have different parts, and it's changes all through the songs, which I think is nice, and that's where we come from. So that's what we want to do.
Well, Dustin had a question about the album itself. Remember your question about
I like to ask too, though, at the beginning of these, because there's a lot of people that might be watching that don't know the history. Can you talk a little bit about the history of the band, like how you got into how did the band start, where did you guys come from, like how did you come together, however deep you want to go or however brief you want to be?
I'll take the long story semi short then.
Okay.
No, but it started. I got to know a friend of mine when I went to high school. Knew a guy called Johnny Hagel, and he played in a band. And I was just starting up, playing in a garage band myself. And so we got together and we were out partying and stuff like that. So we actually were friends before we started, playing together. And in Stockholm area where I was, where we grew up, there was this rehearsal house, with different rehearsal rooms, and they also had a studio there called Studio 16. It was a 16-channel track studio, and so the bands that rehearsed there, they got to also record stuff to see, to learn, more or less how it is to be in a studio, and that's where it all started, really. And Johnny asked me, "Hey, Anders, I got a band that started here with some guys. It's Doom." And I said, "What?" Well, and it's heavy music, kind of Black Sabbath, and I love that. So Tony Martin era and Dio era was, those are very high in my standards. And anyway, so I listened to a couple of songs, and I was flattered, and I wrote some lyrics and some melodies in my old boy room at my mom's and dad's, and I lived at home still at that time. And anyhow, at that time, was hard to get into a studio. I mean, this Studio 16 with the 16 channel, that was cheap, you know. But go into a real studio and do this 24 track or whatever was almost impossible. You had to have a record deal, and we did the first demo. We copied it to cassettes, and we sold it at a store in Stockholm City, a store that sold, you know, all kinds of heavy metal records, new stuff, but they also pushed, you know, new bands. So you could put a case of your own demos there and put a price on it, and they sold it for your benefit. And we sold a hell of a lot of that. I think the first demo cassette sold over 1,500 copies from that store. And we also sent, you know, by ordinary mail. You know, we got some letters, and inside the letter was another letter with stamps on it. Please send the cassette. And so we, you know, what was before the internet. It was really, it was like a community, if you know what I mean. It was really nice, but also a hell of a lot of work, you know, to copy these cassettes. We had a master tape and a double cassette player, so that thing, you know, was carried around. It was your turn to sit, you know, because it was in real time. You had to sit and wait for the whole thing to be finished. Yeah. Anyhow, and after that first one, Johnny asked me, because I didn't really join the band at that time. I was a session singer, kind of, because I had my own more hard rock, heavy metal band going on. But he asked me to do the second demo that came out in '92, I think it was. And by then I have progressed as a vocalist. A couple of years later, I more found my way of expressing myself, and I think that second time we went in to the same studio, actually, but it sounded really good and was a step forward for Sorcerer. And we started to hunt down, you know, record labels, but we couldn't get a deal signed. And then grunge hit, you know, and everything died. So we disbanded in '93, something like that, and I started working with Lionshare then. So Lionshare came '94, the first album. So So yeah, but then I did a lot of other stuff, of course, and then fast forward them to 2010, and Johnny called me one day. I was at work, and he called me and said, "We got a proposition to play Hammer of Doom reunion show with Sorcerer." And I said no, and then hang up, because in my mind, I still Sorcerer still was that 1989-92 thing, and I'd done so many things. I didn't want to, you know, step backwards.
Yeah.
But I thought about it a little while, because I played with so many good musicians. In Therion, among others, I played with Christian Niemann, among others, really nice musicians. So I called him up again after 15 minutes. I said, did you cancel it? No, I didn't. Let's do it then, I said. But we bring in new people, you and me and 3 new guys, 2 guitar players and 1 drummer. I don't want to play with the old band. And he said, yeah, I don't think we can reach them even, you know, I don't know where they are anymore. So we put together a band, Ola Englund from The Haunted on that show, and Christian Niemann is still in the band, and a guy on drums, the name now, that's shameful. It doesn't matter. I will think about it later. And we rehearsed a couple of times and went down to play. And I was surprised, because there were people from all over Europe, you know, Sorcerer, were, you know, shouting our name and singing along, knowing the lyrics better than I did. You know, we just thought we would have fun and drink some beer and go home, and it will all be forgotten, you know. But that was a fantastic feeling. 1,500 people, you know, screaming out your band name and singing along to the songs. That was fantastic. So after that, we went home, and we got another offer in Greece to play Up the Hammers, also a kind of a doom heavy metal festival. And we did that. and that was total crazy. I think there's on YouTube some videos of the song "The Sorcerer." I think it's crazy. The Greeks are crazy. Anyway, so when we stood at the airport going home the day after or 2 days after, we stood around and talking, and Johnny said, "You guys, I got a couple of songs actually I've written. Do you want to do an album?" And I said, "Well, yeah, hell, why not?" And that was the birth of the first album, In the Shadow of the Averted Cross. Really,
Nice.
That was the start. So in 2011-ish, 2012, we started writing, rearranging the ideas that Johnny had, and me and Connie Vilén, our co-producer, that I've worked with through many projects. We started working on melodies and lyrics and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was it was quite long actually, but that was the story. So now, then it progressed. We signed with Metal Blade, which I was very happy about. It's a cool old school label.
Yeah.
And we thought it would suit the old people in Sorcerer too. To get but to have a label that understand where we come from.
That's really cool. So you guys kind of started and then you kind of stopped and then started.
Yeah, we have had a hiatus for like 27 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the demand for the music is
I never thought I would ever play live again, because I stopped in 2001 after I did a lot of Therian shows. I was tired of it, really, the traveling and everything, and always coming home poor. Having to work extra to catch up with all the bills and stuff like that, and even though I got pretty good pay in Therian, was still I missed a lot of stuff. My son's baby years and everything. I was away a lot,
Yeah.
So I wanted to stay home with the family, and I never thought I was going to play live with my own band again. But actually, it started a fire in me somehow with Sorcerer, and it's part of me. It's my baby, kind of. I've been there from the start.
Your voice is awesome, man. So the choruses, if I could just, there's like soaring choruses, like really epic vocal parts and stuff. So I love the music.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we focus a lot on that. I think that the vocals are an instrument also. So we got a really good drummer. We got a really good bass player. We got two fantastic guitar players that are a little bit different. Christian is very high tech, and Peter is also very fast, but he's more old school. So they differ in a nice way. I think that's kind of a trademark we have with those twin guitars and maybe my voice, on top of it. So, yeah.
And who does the growling? Recently in the last couple albums you've done, you added in some growling.
That's Justin Biggs, our bass player.
Okay.
With some assistant in the studio from Christian, but most live is only Justin
okay.
Yeah. So, and that's just, we're not gonna tip over to doing harsh vocals.
No.
But it's like a spice in the songs, and if the song needs, we dramatize the songs a little bit. We have a lot of effects, and there could be a crow coming, or wind, or rain, or whatnot. And to portray, for example, the devil in Morningstar, you need a tougher voice to be, so that's pretty cool. It's another what do you say? Another
It's another layer. It's another
layer. Exactly.
And to me, I thought of it as, and I was like, it adds a little bit of extra evil into the mix.
Yeah, exactly. Because the parts also where the growling appears is also slower and heavier often. It's not like double bass and So it connects with the rest of the song, which is very important, I think.
Yeah.
Complements the piece.
Yeah.
Does the album tell a story? I like in listening to it, I got a vibe it was telling a story. Like, is it
not purposely? Actually, when we started writing the album, we had like 15 ideas for the album. We had some kind of leftovers from the last one too that we listened through, but you know, creative people, they want to do new stuff. You know, we seldom use stuff that's, you know, dated. So we often write new stuff, and when we started writing, you know, we choose these 8 songs out of 15, also for a reason, because we wanted to. We don't only write music and give it, let the label, you know, publish it. It's also we think about the concept of the physical album also. So we've done 3 double vinyl albums, you know, in Shadow of the Word Cross, Fire King, and Lamenting of the Innocent. And this time we want to go back and do an old school format, you know, A/B side, 8 songs, you know. So when we choose songs for this, it was also important to have 8 songs that had a dynamic to it, so the whole album has a flow. So we don't choose 3 songs that are very similar when we only have 8 tracks. You know, if we have 10, 11 tracks, we can have 2, maybe 3 songs that are similar in the song. But this time we wanted, you know, a dynamic album in that way. So when you listen to the last song, you want to just put it on repeat because you get in that flow, you know.
I was gonna say the album flowed together like one complete kind of piece. So I think that's why I got the vibe like, oh, maybe it's a concept record.
No, the song stands on their own. We have different subjects. We have, you know, the Fall of the Devil, and we have the Curse of Medusa is Greek mythology, and we have Thy Kingdom Will Come is like a night tale. So there's subjects that we've, you know, touched in the past also. You know, it tends to be there. We're not like a love song lyric band. We're not either a contemporary political, you know, it wouldn't fit the music. We would have played something else musically, I think, because it needs to connect, you know. Everything is there for a reason. And we try to keep the lyrics a little bit abstract so the listener themselves can choose what the song is about for them. You know, it's subjective, you know,
make it
to the listener, I think. And that's also important for us.
Well, the Morning Star video, I mean, man, you guys always have really cool videos, and I know you did a ton of videos for the Lamenting of the Innocent. I mean, that was a whole like movie once you put
nine of them, you know, for each and every song.
Yeah,
we won't do that again in a while.
Yeah.
Now we had like 3 locations we recorded it in, and it was very time consuming, but I think it went you know, in the end was quite cool. The video guy Daniel Wahlström from Heavy Groove Media, he had free hands more or less to do these videos because none of us in the band are, you know, directors or anything, and I don't think he is really either. He's more like an artist in the way he does, and he does always do these kind of cool old school videos, you know, no CGIs or anything, just, you know, proper stuff and very cool scenery. He has drone cameras that he films with, and really cool. The only thing that we couldn't help this time was that the band shooting was supposed to take place in an old church ruin. But we had, the day we booked, there were rain. So we had to move indoors. I mean, that would have been even cooler though. But, you know, sometimes, as I said, we had a shitty summer.
Yeah.
So but it turned out really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, it's an amazing video. I mean, I'm always just blown away by your guys' videos because they're as epic as the music itself. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I will be sure to tell Daniel that.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, he's a genius. I think he does very cool stuff.
Video is such a key part of a musician's kind of arsenal today too, with YouTube and everything. It's like a lot of people listen to music on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yes, of course, people listen and looking at the videos. For me personally, I'm not super into it. I'm a more of a listener, perhaps. But sometimes I sit like an idiot and watch, all the YouTube. You find one video and then, whoa, what's this? And you can go on forever. It's like swiping on your phone. You can never stop when you start looking at the reels or whatever. But we also, what we wanted to do this time, we didn't really want to stand up straight and play straight into, people seen us doing that for so long. So we wanted a closer, more frantic kind of filming of us, and not the whole band in a straight line like that. So I hope that conveys through the videos too. But for this album, we only did 2 videos, and the next one is coming out now on the 11th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you revealed that one yet? Do you have a?
No,
it's a secret still.
Yeah, I think so. This is live, so I won't be able to tell you. But Wednesday the 11th, and I think the video goes live at 6 p.m. Central European time.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The single comes out at 12 o'clock in midnight on the 11th.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's 6 hours before. But we also release on the release day, we have a 3rd single, but it's more like a visualizer kick for the album. So when the album drops the 3rd, it's kind of like a lyric video without lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah. Record label have made that. Looks really cool.
So when you guys, I know when you guys did Lamenting of the Innocent, you guys kind of had like a party for the when the album came out. Are you going to do something similar to that this time?
Yeah, but not online. We're gonna do it. That was because we had restrictions and stuff like that. We couldn't have a release party, so we're having a release party here in Stockholm City on a club called Harry B. James. We will not be playing live though, but we will play the videos on widescreen, big screen, and we will have the album and some shirts for sale. So some merch and stuff, and we will, treat some of the people on beers and something to eat with that.
Nice.
So, to celebrate. We're rehearsing right now to have our release show at Hammer of Doom, actually. And we're going to headline that festival Friday, the 17th of November. So that's what we're rehearsing for now, and we have a couple of shows in early spring also. So it looks good. We have signed with a new booking agency now, We Live. So I hope and a guy there called Thomas. I hope he will help us to reach a little bit wider. We want to go to new countries also. We've been a lot of times in Germany, Holland, and so we want to go. We played at Bloodstock in England, and we played Atlanta in the USA, but we want to expand more, take over the world, so to speak.
Yeah.
Do you see any US shows in the cards in the future?
No, it's too expensive traveling for us. I mean, we need to go with another bigger band in that case, I think, to make it work financially. It's very hard, sadly, to make it work now. It's we have this what do you call it, regression, or what do you call it, financial
recession.
And it's not good for music. A lot of festivals, not all, of course, but a lot of festivals had to cancel and stuff like that because tickets got too expensive, or the whole arrangement got too expensive. So
yeah,
I hope it will turn around. But as long as Putin is waging war against Ukraine, I don't think it's gonna be easy.
Yeah.
So
you're not the first European band I've heard say that either. That they're not able to get over here right now.
No. But I'm hopeful we can go and play. We're aiming to play. If we can play a festival, we sure can do a tie on a little club show in a country or something. So we do a Friday Saturday thing, or even a Friday Saturday Sunday thing.
Mm-hmm.
We hope to do that, and maybe a week and a half next year, if things go as well as we hope. It all depends on this album, really, and the next and the next. To be able to progress. And for a band that been around for so long, we have a very few albums. So we're like a new band, even though we're been around forever.
Quality, not quantity.
Yeah,
exactly.
I can take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had one more question I wanted to ask you. Tell me about the album cover, because I've always loved your album covers, and this one is no exception. It's just it's a killer album cover.
Isn't it amazing? Inside the vinyl, if you buy it, comes an A1 format poster of it. It's beautiful.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We had another artist actually that we're gonna use next time. Now we've changed for each album. We want to do like we do with the music. We want to change and try to find something new. So we had one artist planned for this album, but timing-wise, it didn't. He didn't have time to do a special piece for us that we wanted. Our own stuff. We saw a lot of cool stuff that he did, but it didn't. It didn't. We didn't align really time-wise there. But we will contact him next for next album. But we panicked a little bit. We wanted something, that connects to Sorcerer, and what the hell are we gonna do? So we went out and on the web and searched all these fantasy art pages and whatnot, And our manager, actually, Jerome Peterse, he found this image. So the image is actually as it was when we found it. So he said, this image is so fucking cool. Can't we do something like that? And we said, we can do that. We want that because we really liked it. And then a detective job started to try to find the because it didn't say who done it. But it turned out actually that it was a Swedish guy living in Stockholm that made it. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, wow.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So his name is Joakim Eriksson, and I think he is a computer art kind of video game artist. He's worked with that, I know, but he's also schooled in Italy, in classic. Because if you look closely at this, it looks like it's painted with brushes, but it's actually digital made somehow.
Oh,
I don't know how do you do that, but it's So that was actually the story behind the cover.
Wow.
And then the title came, Reign of the Reaper. I mean, it displays or underlines what the image is all about. That Reaper with angel wings, sucking the soul out of that poor soldier there, and you wonder if he's going to heaven or if he's going to hell.
Yeah. I can't wait to get a shirt with that on it.
Yeah, me neither.
We can maybe show it. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, even as like a background for a concert, that would be badass too.
Yeah, we're doing. It's not going to be exactly as on the cover, but we're doing variations of it.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Actually, when you buy the special, because we release a special version of the vinyl, including Reverence. So
Okay.
you can buy a double vinyl with Reverence as a bundle. You can get a shirt that actually the record label has designed.
Oh, okay.
You can find that on our Facebook site, I think. Yeah. There it is.
That's the
Yeah.
album cover.
Yeah,
It's just pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I asked the artist, is this picture cropped? Because the wings you see in the top, they are cut.
Yeah.
No, it's made like that. So on this A1 poster, we actually used AI to finish it, on top. We asked asked the artist if it was okay. So we did it through Gianni Stefanovic, the guy that made the booklet and everything.
Uh-huh.
He used AI to build the wings finished up. Yeah, it looks really, really cool on this poster that comes along.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
No, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah.
And
the album comes out on the 27th, right?
Yeah, 27th of October. Yeah, and as I gather, the pre-sales are going really well, and so I think the record company, are hopeful. So we're gonna have a signing session with our Swedish distributor. Also, they have a record store in the Old Town in Stockholm here. So we on the same day we're gonna have a signing session 4:30.
Uh-huh.
And then at 7, the party
Nice
starts at the other place. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Hopefully there will be some people there to buy an album and get it signed. You never know when you do the things like this, but it's just close to payday, so I think the money shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about your hockey team? Has hockey season started yet?
Yeah, but I've lost interest actually. I played when I was younger. I was a total winter sports freak when I was younger, and now I just hate winter and I love summer. I'm a football fan, Swedish soccer,
Okay, yeah.
But that team, the team that I root for, they are in a lower division now. We don't have that locked like NHL. We have divisions, you can. So no, I'm gonna go and watch them play some game, of course. But I'm more into the soccer.
Nice.
Yeah.
You gotta embrace the summer.
Yeah. I mean, for us, it's it could be over real quickly, Before it's even started, it's over. It feels like. We had a horrible July and August here, so only rain and no warmth at all.
Yeah.
So it's too bad. I have a nice country home. My family has a nice country home down south in Sweden by a lake, and I've been there a few times only, because the weather it's difficult.
Worth it.
Yeah. We the summers in Sweden are just so nice, and it's just for me, living in Salt Lake, it's just so damn hot in the summer. So going to Sweden and spending some of the summer in Sweden is so nice because it's just so enjoyable.
Yeah, a good friend of mine called Andy Selden. He's been here a few times, and he says he loves Sweden for it's not humid as in the States. He lives on Long Island, and the summers there are horrible, he says. So when he comes here, when he has the opportunity, he's been here twice and said hello to me. He's been several times in Sweden. He just loves it. He wants to move here, but that ain't gonna happen. But if he's watching, hi Andy.
We'll welcome you back. We'll welcome you back.
Yeah,
of course.
No, but it's a nice country in that way, because when the summer is hot here, it's nice, It's not that humid.
No,
which is good.
I just remember going to some of a couple of the festivals there, and it being midnight, and it was still kind of light, It's not.
That is a problem, though, when you play dark music like we do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, we want you always want to. You know, when we played Bloodstock, we played in front of like 20,000 people. It was broad daylight. You know. And
yeah.
You know, it's not really what you want when you play epic heavy metal. You know, you want the lights and everything to
and the smoke and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But it works anyway. We can play and people enjoy it anyway, you know. But it's going to be good down in Germany now. It's in indoors festivals.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's going to be some special occasion for everyone. We got some surprises going on.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like to ask musicians what they're listening to right now. Would you be open to like talking about that a little bit? Like, what type of stuff are you listening to right now, currently?
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer?
Just kidding.
Oh,
now I'm actually listening to Sorcerer because we're rehearsing and I got to learn some of the old songs. So, no, but I listen to a lot of different music. Actually, I'm really broad. The only music I don't appreciate that much is bebop, jazz kind of thing, and the more gangsterish rap. You know, I like the old style, the Tupac kind of rap. But well, otherwise I listen to all kinds. I listen right now. I'm very into a Swedish band called Kite.
Kite.
Kite. Like, you know.
Like
and it's a two guys that writes electronic music, but it's kind of dramatic and cinematic kind of feel to it. He's got a very special vocal voice, also the singer, which he's not a great singer, but he's got something, you know, that just grips you.
Yeah.
And also actually one of my favorites right now that when I watch YouTube, I get stuck on this guy. Is Mark Rebillet. Do you know this guy?
I know exactly. Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's fucking amazing. And he
brilliant.
did something in New York now and improvises.
Eric,
on
this guy,
keyboards and he loops.
He does funk. And and he like loops it. Yeah, it's so amazing. He's like a one-man band.
And he's very funny too.
His lyrics are hilarious, but his voice is great too. Yeah.
No, but otherwise, you know, I listen to a lot of old. You know, if you would have seen my vinyl collection or the stuff behind me here, I got Icon behind here, and then of course Candlemass on top there.
Yeah,
of course, Candlemass and Magnum.
I love Magnum.
Chase of the Dragon.
Yeah.
So I like a lot of old stuff when I listen to hard rock. So it's only 70s, 80s, and some 90s. You know, I like Rage Against the Machine, and you know, I'm everywhere and nowhere.
Yeah.
So,
I've been listening to a lot of 80s myself.
This week has been a really cool week for me because I had a chance Sunday night. I went and saw Jeff Tate. And saw him do all of the old Queensryche stuff, which was amazing. And he's
coming here to Sweden. I got the ticket too. In
do you?
Yeah.
He sounds so good.
Wow.
And then Tuesday night I saw.
Did he do Empire, Eric?
No, he didn't do Empire. He didn't do Empire.
Was it Rage for Order or was it Empire or which?
He did the big rock show, and so he did a lot of different ones. So the last time he came, he did the Empire album all the way through.
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
But he did some other songs. But you know, this time he did Operation Mindcrime, Rage for Order, and some of that stuff. And then of course, you know, Empire and that. Yeah. But he still sounds amazing. I mean, it's hard to believe that he sounds gret.
Yeah. And it's difficult also. The songs are not easy to sing.
Yeah.
And
then Tuesday night I went and saw Beast in Black.
I don't know what that is. Is that a Swedish actor?
No, they're Finnish. They're Finnish band.
Is it girls singing?
No, it's guys. It's the the guitar player who used to be in Battle Beast.
Yeah, Battle Beast. Isn't that with
Battle Beast is that's female fronted.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mixed them up. The
so
name
Beast
is similar. So
yeah,
it's
Beast in Black. Beast in Black was the guitar player, left Battle Beast, and then went and formed his own band. And he's got a guy from Greece that sings with him. But they've got a very much like an '80s sound to them, and they're great.
Cool.
And then Saturday, I'm going to see this one, just completely opposite end of the spectrum, is Mayhem and Corrosion of Conformity.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cool.
So, I mean, top opposite ends of the spectrum there. So.
Yeah.
Corrosion of Conformity is underrated.
Yeah, they are.
Those records like Wise Blood and Deliverance are like really good, like blues metal, like almost blues metal records.
Yeah. Yeah. I will. You, Dustin, what do you listen to?
Oh man, lately, so there's this band I listen to a lot because I drive a lot called Krungbin. They're from Houston, and it's KHRUANGBIN, but it's like really mellow. It's like an organic blend of like R&B and like country and blues, and it's like such good music. It's like so. But I've also been listening to a lot of heavier stuff. This band called Loathe. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
They're a UK band, and they kind of have it's got really good like melody, like melodic hooks and stuff in it. Some of it, but then some of it's really heavy. And then what else? I guess
new Sorcerer album.
The new Sorcerer record I've been listening to. I listened to that 3 times in a row.
I was waiting, you know. But no.
But yeah, those are the main things right now.
Okay, yeah, but it's nice, you know, to have a broad, a wide, you know, kind of taste. I think.
Yeah.
It enriches you, and you can. On some days you're, you know, moody, and some days you're happy. You know, it reflects. Of course, Sorcerer you can listen to at any time.
Any day.
Oh yeah.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, good songs, I think, are what stands out to me. I had this conversation with this guy, Steve Zing, who plays with Danzig a couple days ago, and we were talking about just like a great song is a great song. It doesn't matter the genre. It doesn't matter, you know.
We are super dedicated to that also, you know. Doesn't matter if you have a great guitar player. I mean, there's a living proof of that. Yngwie Malmsteen, he plays the guitar like you know, nobody else, but he just have no songs, you know.
It's so funny you say that, because that's someone said that too. I think it was the guy from Typo Negative. He said, you know, the difference between Eddie Van Halen and Yngwie Malmsteen is Eddie Van Halen wrote great songs.
Yeah.
And
I like the old Yngwie, you know. I like the old stuff, you know, when he actually had a producer that told him how to play, you know, more or less.
Yeah.
But now he does everything himself, and it's just rubbish. Seriously. He
saw
can
him
still
live,
play, of course, but I don't know.
I saw him live a couple years ago, and after about 5 minutes, I was bored because it's just like he's just playing scales over and over. It's like, play a song, man. Like,
yeah. But he plays those scales not like no one else.
He's a brilliant guitar player.
Yeah. It's too bad. But, you know, people, I mean, he evolved into that, and we evolve into other things, you know. I guess it's sign of the times, you know. Some people, you know, can't see the woods for all the trees, you know.
Yeah.
It's cool with metal though, because metal, like, I feel like the kind of metal you guys do and like classic metal is like kind of back in a big way right now. You know the band Avenged Sevenfold?
Yeah.
That's a band that I just got into that I've been listening to a lot, that I kind of did not like a couple of years ago for some reason, but they're so good. Such like great playing and melodies and like harmonies, the way that they write their songs. And
yeah, I saw some live snippet from their latest show or whatever. They sounded really good. I used to listen to them. They released an album like 10 years ago or something like that I thought was really cool.
Like City of Evil, probably.
Yeah, probably. I lost track of them after that, but yeah, cool band.
But yeah, there's a lot.
There's plenty of cool bands. I mean,
Yeah,
it's amazing how many bands. Only in Sweden, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy how many splendid and awesome musicians there are in this country.
There are.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and we're only 10 million.
And the cool thing about I think the bands from Sweden that I know is they're not just great musicians; they're great people too. They're just such humble, just genuine people.
Except for Ingve.
Except for Ingve.
Yeah.
I mean, why do you have to wear a watch when you're up on a Rolex when you're on stage playing?
I don't know. It's his style. Nobody else does, right?
No.
I mean, it's his style.
You look at the time. Oh shit! It's time to go. I'm done doing this one. I gotta go, guys.
Maybe he clicks it against the pickups or something and gets some.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he's a real character. So I mean, when he goes away to another place, up the stairs to heaven or downstairs, people are going to talk to him about him forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will.
That's true.
They will.
Yeah.
Legendary.
And Eddie, of course, too.
Yeah, and that's why I had to wear this shirt today, because today's marks our passing of Eddie. So
yeah, I noticed on Facebook there was a lot of Van Halen logos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I imagine it was that. Is anybody following David Lee Roth, by the way?
Can you follow David Lee Roth? I mean, when you're following him, you can't follow him.
Dude, man, he's out there. He's out there. He's doing so much crazy shit on his Instagram, man.
Really?
I just my jaw just drops. I don't know what it is, even. It's just,
I haven't even seen it. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, it's
well, he has a podcast too.
Does he?
Yeah.
I mean, David Lee Roth and Van Halen figure so prominently in my childhood. Those, like, when David Lee Roth did all that solo stuff. Like, I wish they could all be California Girls and all the
I mean, he was a showman. He was the best. Back then. He was the best, but now he's not the best anymore. It's just strange, man. I mean, it's weird.
I saw an interview with Sammy Hagar. It was actually, I think, on Steve-O's podcast. Sammy Hagar was talking about his beef with David Lee Roth. And the way that he talked about it, you're like, David Lee Roth seems like kind of a bitch. Like because Sammy's like, yo, we're trying to do these shows, and like he had to have this and this. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, just, I don't know. He seems like
probably, and I guess he got a couple of letter combinations, HDI, whatever they call,
ADD,
HDFD, something,
HDMI.
Something is going on upstairs that nobody else is aware of what it is.
Yeah.
You know what he needs to do? Have you seen Britney Spears lately? I follow her on Instagram, and she's definitely gone. Like, maybe her and
they could do
David
something.
Lee Roth could get together.
Yeah.
Maybe. But you have to check it out. It's really bizarre.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, he is really bizarre. I remember listening to a podcast of his, and he was talking about onions, and he was talking about going down to the valley and getting a fresh onion and just putting.
I mean, he's funny, but he's is he serious or is he just bullshitting? You don't know.
Yeah.
But then the whole conversation goes around the world to eating fish, and then all of a sudden, like 50 minutes later, it comes back to that onion, that onion that he just got, and I'm just like, what did I just listen to?
Yeah, I know. He's great in that way.
Yeah,
If you want to have, to be high without taking any drugs.
Exactly. Just listen to David Lee Roth.
Do you know that he was a EMT? For a while?
Yeah.
Like when he first, like a couple years ago, he was like a EMT.
What's that?
Like emergency medical technician, like an ambulance driver.
What?
Yeah, in New York.
Oh my God.
There was
talk, survive.
Yeah, there was talk too that he was going to replace Howard Stern for a minute.
Oh, really?
I think he actually, like when Howard Stern first went to satellite radio.
Yeah,
I think David Lee Roth actually did some shows after that, like as like a radio guy. Yeah, they like the mainstream stations that had Stern tried to replace him.
Do you remember that Dave TV?
Yeah,
totally.
I got the T-shirt. I still got the T-shirt.
Really?
TV.
Yeah,
All
I mean,
day,
he would
all
probably
night.
pull it off.
We
You
know
know,
what
that
you
would be
need.
that would be really some you know, like late night show or something with David.
Yeah.
That would be
Yep.
it would be cool.
Late night with
Yeah.
David Lee Roth instead of Letterman.
Yeah.
The world would never be the same again. I think. No.
So the last thing I want to ask you is I know you're familiar, but is E-Type on your playlist?
Oh,
No.
What about
No,
have you-
actually, I seldom listen to, you know, bands that don't put out albums. I have problems with listening to one-offs. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I just confess I listen to Mark Rebillet, and he's never even put out a record. But
Yeah.
he's an
Different thing,
artist
though.
in another kind of way. But no, I never listened to his stuff. Of course, I've heard it, but it's
Yeah.
not on my playlist, and definitely not this dump for whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
Yeah.
I think it sucks. But I hope he's not listening to this. But I think it's bad.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I actually, when the rumor came about, and this is a while ago now, that he was going, because he is a heavy metal drummer from the beginning. He played drums in a heavy metal band, and he was going to put out a heavy metal record. I was approached actually by him and Marcus from Avatarium, you know.
Marcus Jadal. Yeah.
He was supposed to produce it, I guess. And we met up at my vocal studio, and he had some song ideas that he played for me, and he wanted me to go and sing to this. And I said, but I don't know how the song goes. Yeah, but just do your thing. Yeah, that was really strange. So I went in and just ad-libbed, you know, to some of his ideas there, and then I said to him, maybe it's better if we, you know, sit down and think up something, you know, for real, and we can send it to you, and you can listen back to it. So we did, me and my co-producer Connie, and we never heard from him again.
Oh, really?
No, and I don't know why, but the stuff we did was really cool, I think, and it was more you know, heavy metal, just.
Huh.
But we have that somewhere. I don't know. We can't put it out, of course.
Yeah,
but somewhere in the hard drive somewhere.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, his restaurant's really good. I've been to his restaurant.
Yeah, I've been there too. I was surprised actually, because you know, I heard rumors. You know, you eat from the table almost. You know, and people are walking across tables and stuff like that. But I thought it was really cool, actually. I was there with my American friends there.
All right.
They enjoyed it, and the food was great. I mean,
yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. And it was this Swedish old music with you know, bagpipes and whatnot. Yeah. Authentic Viking stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Bagpipes, they have bagpipes in Sweden. I got in an argument with someone about bagpipes.
I don't know if we have them in Sweden. I just said bagpipes.
Said
I couldn't think of another instrument. Sorry, but we have this. I don't know, flute then.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was arguing with someone about whether bagpipes were Irish or Scottish, and I think it's kind of like a both a little bit. But
I think they're. I think
they're Scottish.
Yeah, but I think, you know, that spread all over in that period of time. I think, you know, some Scottish dude came to Sweden with his skirt and played his bagpipe probably at some point. You know,
okay, I want a pair. I want some of those.
Yeah.
Or what happened is
take that bagpipe and stuff it, but the skirt I want.
I think what happened is the Vikings went down and beat the shit out of the Scots and said, we're going to take that and bring it back.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, there's some strange old instruments out there.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
There are.
Vikings influenced a lot more than people give them credit for, though. So
yes.
Yeah, musically, there's a lot of these, you know, old folk music kind of, you know, what do you call it? Viking kind of bands now. that
Mhm.
you know, they sound really weird. That's a popular thing, both in Sweden and in Norway. In Norway, especially, there are festivals, you know, where they do their sacrifices and stuff like that. You know, like in the old days, they sacrifice to the gods, Thor and Odin and whatnot.
Wow.
But that's cool. I mean, I don't care. I'm an atheist myself, but
Yeah, me too.
people can do whatever they want. I don't mind. You know.
You guys don't believe in the healing power of Jesus?
No.
What's the matter with you?
No. There's a lot of this saying, you know, let's pray for him. What does that help?
You know what's interesting, actually. I've been listening to this book about, it's called Breath, and it's about nose breathing. And the guy is talking about, there's this one part where he goes back and he talks to, like, he's researching like ancient cultures, and he talks about how there's this certain interval, like when you take deep breaths, and he's like, this is considered prayer. Like originally, like it's like the scientific. I was like, that's kind of cool. It's like, you know, I'm not religious either, but
but
I thought,
you go into yourself and more like a meditation.
Yeah.
I don't mind people praying. Don't get me wrong. I mean, people can do whatever they want. I don't disrespect that at all, but it's not for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you. I just thought it was interesting that there was like kind of a scientific like definition of prayer. I was like, because the way they said that the way these yogis is like these, they went all the way back through. I couldn't even remember all of it now, but he just said the way that there's a perfect interval, like when you breathe in for a certain amount of seconds and out, and he's like the feelings and he's like was that you get from it could be one of the reasons why people, you know, say that like prayer.
Yes, you release dopamine and stuff that. You know,
totally.
it's like a high, natural high somehow.
It was really
and people are into that. I mean, new wave and stuff like that. I mean, people done it for ages, and you know, still do today. So
this guy has this whole thing about, he like tapes his mouth shut when he sleeps, so he breathes exclusively through his nose. And they do, it's a really good book. There's like all these studies they do about how over time our jaws have gotten weaker because food has gotten softer, and our airways have kind of like evolved like more narrow. And so a lot of the problems we have in our life are due to the way we breathe, because we don't breathe through our noses anymore. It was really interesting stuff. Anyway,
I will start breathing through my nose. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's real interesting stuff.
If it wasn't, you know, banged up.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Everyone has a deviated septum and stuff, and I mean, this book is like it's really interesting. It's really interesting stuff.
Cool. Have you applied anything of it yourself?
I've actually been doing the like tape thing at night, like trying to, but it like I'll wake up in the middle of the night, like, where'd the tape go? I don't know if it's working or not. So.
Okay. Maybe you have this thing with that dogs have, you know.
Yeah. It's just, I've thought about that.
All in your mouth.
Maybe I just need to like put a piece of duct tape my face. Like just...
Yeah. Oh, that would hurt me, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons I haven't done. I don't have this. I'm not as lengthy as you, but you know, I got a little bit of scruff here.
No. Yeah. Yeah, but that's good. People can find, you know, different stuff, what they, you know, do. I'm a little bit amazed by these free divers. I mean, to think of it when you said how they breathe. Yep. And these guys and girls that do these free dives are.
He talks a lot about them in the book, Wim Hof. Yeah. Wim Hof and all the free divers, because that's how they oxygenate their blood long enough to stay underwater that long without breathing. No,
because there was I saw a documentary about a guy that was a free diver, and it was very sad. He was one of the best in it, and he taught other people how to do it. And he met a girlfriend, and they were supposed to do a free dive thing. And he was like a lifeguard when she did this free dive. But they got away from each other somehow, and they couldn't orientate to, you know. So he actually drowned, and she lived, and he drowned when he tried to, you know. That was weird. It's a very dangerous sport, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the things people do blows me away. I see this guy on like Instagram all the time that climbs buildings. Like, just have you seen that guy? I'm like,
yeah, makes my hands sweat.
Yeah, like, no, I mean, don't watch that.
Why? Why do you want to do that? I mean, it's insane.
It's the same reason those guys have the Willinda people that walk the tightrope over the Grand Canyon, or
or the guys that climbs up the pole and change the light bulb and you know the transmission.
Yep.
It's that's not a job for me. I think.
No, free diving, all that kind of stuff. I'll stick to just...
all these kind of extreme sports. I mean, I don't know. You gamble with your life, you know, each time you do.
Right.
Out. Yeah.
Eventually, you're gonna die. Like, it's like that guy.
Exactly.
What was that guy? The remember the crocodile hunter? It's like some of them.
Yeah.
That's Bill Maher. He's like, eventually one of those animals is gonna get him, and like.
Yeah. That guy, that Australian Sioux guy that got stung by a.
That's exactly.
That's the crocodile hunter.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Steve Irwin.
Irwin, yeah.
He's like teasing. He's like, I might like teasing animals, and then finally one of them was like, ah.
Yeah, he had no fear.
That guy was crazy. His kids are still like, I think some of his kids do that stuff now too.
Yeah,
they do.
Well, we've been going for over an hour now.
Yeah.
So we can probably close out if.
Let's wrap it up. And it was good to talk to you, Anders. And I will. I'm going to send you a picture of my David Lee Roth shirt.
Do that.
Just
I
what you
won't,
want.
I won't be in it. I won't be in it.
Have you heard this band, Mesro? It's a Swedish thrash metal band you should check out.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out that band. Did you say Kite or Kites? The electronic.
Kite. Kite, like the flying thing. Yeah. No.
Just one kite, not
Kite.
two.
Yeah. Check that out. You will find it very interesting.
Sounds interesting. So the album comes out
27th of October. So be there or be square.
And check out.
I'm looking for. I want to get a vinyl copy. So.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah,
cool. You can hang that poster up of the cover he was talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's big, and on the other side of it, it's a pretty picture of us.
Oh, nice.
if you don't like the riding Reaper, you can always put us by the bedside table.
Yeah, that's true.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, thanks, Anders.
Thank you, guys. It's been awesome. Nice talking to you.
Chat with you again. Yeah.
Yeah, please come back again when you guys are promoting a tour or a new video, whatever.
I would love to come back and chat with you guys. It was a terrific time.
Cool.
I hope people found it interesting. So it's not just us here.
No, there's been like 3 or 4 people watching according to this, but it doesn't, the stream info on this doesn't show, like, because we're on 3 channels right now. We're on Facebook, where we have quite a few followers, YouTube, where we have almost 1,000, and then on Rumble, where we have I think 20 or something like that.
Okay. Cool. Nice.
But if we can help out, we help each other.
Exactly.
Cool. Exactly. People will watch the replay too. So
and I reposted it on our Facebook and everything. So
awesome.
Nice.
Thank you, man. Well, the album is incredible. It's epic. It's got some soaring choruses, some deep, there's so much there. It's one of those records I had to listen to it 2 or 3 times just because there's so much going on. So it's so deep. There's so much depth to it. So
yeah. No, I thank you guys. I mean, we put a lot of effort into it, and we will continue on this path for sure.
Love it. Quality, not quantity.
Exactly.
All right. Well, let's close it down. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Peace
Until
out.
next time.
Take care, man.
Take care. Good night.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Bye now.